You're listening to Two Guys on the Move.
And we're back. Two Guys on the Move. Once again, I'm Ben Hur and
I'm Handsome Matt.
Handsome Matt. And there's one other person here that we didn't mention earlier. Her name is Jonna Lacey. She is our producer, and she is also Matt's girlfriend. So, ladies, do not talk to Matt because Jonna's going to have to slam you down. Say hello, Jonna.
Hello, everyone. I'm a 24-year-old college student at the University of Texas at San Antonio, majoring in communications.
Communication. She communicated pretty well to me, if you ask. She's also in a master's program, so she's going to be getting her master's degree. So get out of high school, go to college, learn a trade. That's right. All right. Just do it.
We've been together for about 2 years at the end of the month.
I hate you both.
Yeah, everybody's done sick about hearing about me and Jonna, but you know what? I'm going to still keep talking about us because I love her so. We got a few things we need to cover. First of all, the Olympics.
The Olympics. Okay, I'm not a big sports guy, but I will tell you about the Olympics. I keep seeing on my Facebook the guy, I think he was from France, that broke his leg. He was a gymnast, and they show him doing the little tumble, and he hit his leg so hard when he made his landing, it broke. So when he rolled over on his back, have you seen this?
I have seen this.
And the leg just kind of flopped. I was like, oh my God. And I'm looking at the look on his face, and he's like, I would be screaming like a little girl. I really, really, but if you notice, he's not looking at the leg because then he would be screaming like a little girl. That has to be painful. And the only thing I can relate that to is when I used to watch a lot of football. I remember the actual night because I was watching the game. The New York Giants were playing the Washington Redskins, and that's when Joe Theismann was their quarterback, I believe. And that's when Lawrence Taylor broke Joe Theismann's leg.
Right.
The look of horror wasn't on Joe Theismann. It was on Lawrence Taylor. He was like, I can't believe I did this, man. I broke the dude's leg. So they had to carry him up. But I know the guy's pain because when you see somebody's limb just go in a direction that is not natural or not meant to be, yeah, you writhe in some sort of pain.
I can remember seeing another incident where I believe it was Sid Vicious wrestled. No, not the singer, but there was an actual wrestler named Sid Vicious. And in about 2000 or 2001, he was in a match and his leg just broke cleanly. And you could actually see the bottom part of the leg actually just flopping around.
Wow.
So it broke cleanly, and that just looks so painful.
Now that you mentioned wrestling, when I was a kid, my dad used to take me to a lot of wrestling matches when they used to do the matches down at the old Josephine Theater. But we went to the Municipal Theater. We were watching Wahoo McDaniel. How many of you guys remember him? He was wrestling Black Gorman. And Black Gorman was not black. He was actually a white dude, but his name was Black Gorman. He broke Wahoo McDaniel's leg in the ring, which was amazing because you could hear it even from where we were sitting up in the nosebleed. You could hear the crack of Wahoo's leg being broken. So I know how broken legs and broken arms go.
We have a presidential election coming up in November.
Yes, we do.
First the good news, now we got to get to the bad news.
Yeah, it's the lesser of two evils. If you're a Hillary supporter, well then God bless you. I'm not going to vote for her. If you are a Donald Trump supporter, then God bless you anyway, but I'm going to vote for him. I can't trust Hillary. I don't know how you feel about that, Matt.
Well, and since Sanders is out of the race, I look at it this way. Trump said a lot of things that really pissed off a lot of people that I know. Since the 90s are coming back, I see that Clinton, I may be wrong.
Well, I know for sure that Clinton wants to be president, and Bill Clinton would like to get back into the White House because I'm pretty sure he wants to find his old stash of porn that he left in the Oval Office.
He needs to clean up the rest of the condoms he left in the Oval Office.
And he's going to get to chase babes again.
Hey, buddy.
You know, it's a big house. Have you ever been to the White House? It's a big house.
Yep.
You can do some stuff in the White House. Porn aplenty with Bill Clinton.
Indeed.
But I'm hoping she does not win. And, you know, talking about Bernie Sanders, yeah, he was kind of a ray of sunshine. I think he got screwed by Hillary and the DNC.
A lot of people are saying
they knew they weren't going to use him, but they used him anyway. And if some of you are like, well, you're wrong, Ben, you don't know what you're talking about. I think I kind of do. This is my opinion. You don't have to like it, but you have to listen to it. So listen.
Listen, damn it.
But the thing about the Clintons, you know, what I liked about Bernie Sanders is he was sort of honest. Bernie Sanders reminded me of that one character from the Eddie Murphy movie, Coming to America, the old man in the barber shop. hey, I got candy. That's all Bernie needed to do. Is like hey, I'm Bernie Sanders. I got
I think
candy.
that's how he got the Young vote. He said he has
Exactly
candy.
that, and I'm going to take away your education debt. So my brother-in-law was going to vote for him only because of the debt.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons I was going to vote for Bernie, because I hate politics with a passion. My mother is not only retarded, but she's also a politician. They
Now,
go hand in hand.
One of the things that I did during the pre-election, I watched both the Republican and the Democratic conventions, and I came to one conclusion, because basically Trump and Hillary are preaching to the choirs of their own party. I think what they should do is the people at the Republican convention speak not to the Republicans, but to the people at the other, to Democrats. If you can sway them, then more power to you. And then Hillary should have addressed all the Republicans. I would think it would have made for much more interesting viewing.
What has been happening in your life?
Let's see. Well, actually, I started an exercise regimen. I walk every morning at a local park on the south side. I did 2.7 miles a day.
Nice.
Yeah. Trying to get my cardio up. To be perfectly honest, I'm not a well man. I'm not young anymore. I suffer from diabetes and I have chronic kidney disease, and I'm trying to stem that as best I can. And my doctor says the best way to do it is with exercise. So I go out every morning and I hump the trails. I walk, not hump, literally. I've humped a lot of things in my day, but I've
So that's what you do with those anthills.
Yes. So I go out there and I walk. I do my thing. I put my headphones on. I listen to music and I walk. I walk with my stick. I got a big old 6-foot staff. Hey,
Ladies.
and I walk with that. It keeps me going. So, and then I also have some sort of defense if somebody tries to do something to me.
Indeed,
you know,
indeed.
indubitably.
Indubitably. Anything else?
Other than that, I get up in the morning. I go to work. I hang out with you, and that's pretty much it.
Right on.
I'm single, by the way. I don't have a girlfriend. So, ladies.
Ladies, Ben-Hur is single and he's looking.
And at some point, we're going to get a Facebook site so you can drop your pictures, or you can email me and send me titty pictures.
Yeah, measurements as well.
Titty pictures.
Yeah, mainly titty pictures.
None for Matt.
None for me. Well, no, never.
If they're for Matt, send them to me, and I might show them to him if John is not around.
Yes.
I just saw her eyes get really wide, like, oh, no, he just didn't say that. No, John is cool.
My parents left for
Went
the
through
weekend.
puberty?
I did that, but during that, my parents left for San Marcos.
Yeah, so you got the house?
Yes, I got the house all to myself.
Party in Floresville.
It wasn't much of a party. I just looked after my 2 cats, and they kept me up half the night.
The man has 2 cats.
Yes.
That is almost bizarre. Well, actually, no. We have a mutual friend, Jay LaFar, who also has 2 cats, Little Wayne and Louis C. Cat. How queer is that?
It's the norm thing to do. It used to be that guy would have like a dog or something like that, and I did have a dog at one point, but we couldn't keep him inside of the house, and it got to be a bit of a big chore, and one day he ran away, and I still feel bad to this day about it.
Huh. Oh, speaking of which, when we were on our little endeavor today on the river, we met some very interesting people. And actually, one of the ladies that we met and we talked to is going to be doing an interview with us later on. She's from London, England.
Very nice lady.
And very nice lady. And we're going to talk to her and find out a little bit more about her, what she's doing here in San Antonio. And we'll bring her to you later.
It's nice that we have like an international flair. Like San Antonio is just one big melting pot.
I was
and-
just surprised. You know, I hear her voice on the boat and I'm like, wow, we got to talk to this gal.
Yeah.
So she'll be our first interview on our podcast.
It's going to be wonderful. And we'll be right back with lots more right after we do this.
Ciao, Bella.